Welcome to the design studio. Take a look at the images on the screen. Now, some are a little rough, yes, but what I want you to focus on is it's not actually the plants, the grass, or anything in here that is the problem. What the problem is are the shapes. So today I want to teach you something called the echo effect. And once you know this, you're gonna see it everywhere. It's gonna be a great video. Let's go. So when your landscape bed shapes don't match the architecture of the house, they don't line up with the walkways, everything feels disconnected. But when the shapes do match, everything feels intentional, it feels calm, and it feels very professional. It's an easy thing that we're gonna learn today, the echo effect. So I wanna start off with some images that need some improvement, which you saw earlier. We're gonna go through some of the things that are off and how to spot them. We're essentially gonna train your eye. Then I wanna show you some really nice landscapes that use the echo effect to perfection. And then finally, we're gonna take one of the ones that is off, and you and I are going to go into the software, we're gonna dig around, we're gonna put together a design and show how we would clean up that space with the echo effect and make it look absolutely incredible. I'm excited to get in there. Let's start it off. All right, starting off, we have beds that don't match the home's architecture. So here, the house does have some nice straight lines. It's a right angle house, but the bed shapes don't line up with this. And the truth is, there really aren't many beds, right? You got grass up against the house here. You've got a path that comes out. There's kind of a bed over here. Nothing is really defined. I think that everything would have gone great if we had come off here, come over, move this out and around, and then come down here and done some right angles. It would have upgraded this, obviously, to find the space and made it a lot easier for your eye to figure out where to rest. We've got overcomplicated curves or squiggles. So curves are great, but if there are too many in a small area and you got these like tight wiggles going on, it makes this yard feel fuzzy. It makes it definitely feel dated. And I will tell you that simplicity is always going to be your friend when it comes to curves, gradual, intentional curves, right? Not just in and out like this. Okay, this isn't the best picture, I'll be perfectly honest with you, but I'm going to explain it in a way where it's going to make sense. So we got beds with no clear beginning or end. Basically, you want to have beds that have purpose, right? There's got to be a reason for those beds. And you see this one right here, it just feels like it's kind of floating out there and then it ends. There's no real structure to it and your eye doesn't know where to start and stop. So you see this guy goes here. Obviously, this could be separating this zone from this zone, but truthfully, this is a very small backyard and it cuts off the flow completely. Then you have this bed over here that doesn't even look deep enough to really plant much. It's just kind of a mix of hodgepodge materials and big evergreens. It's just kind of all over. So you want to make sure that when you have beds, you have a clear start and finish to them. This guy, we got shapes that don't align with walkways or entry paths. So the edging already is bad. We've got that wiggle effect. That's not too good. And then if you really look closely, you see that this sidewalk comes out on a right angle all the way out to here, but then we just kind of cut it in half and then have this stepping stone walkway up against the plants. I imagine you're kind of walking into plants if you don't stay on top of these. Whereas if this was just brought out to the edge here and then brought around, it could be a curve. It doesn't have to be a right angle. It would flow so much better. That shape would echo the shape of the sidewalk. And then finally, you've got random islands or blobs in the middle of the yard. The more obvious answer would be those island beds. They've got maybe retaining wall blocks out in the middle of the yard. It's like a berm and they look a little off. But this one I also thought was a good example because the idea of having some planters out here that feel like they're floating a little bit is fine for gardening. But here's the problem. You've got this patio here. You don't have much of a yard before you hit the garage. I think that these guys would have been so much better over on the side yard. And now you actually have an opportunity to have a backyard space. By plopping these in the middle, these blobs, these islands, it just completely takes away any opportunity to have a backyard space. All right, now we're going to take a look at some good examples, some well-shaped beds using the echo effect. And notice how intentional and clean everything looks in these images. So the first one is bed shapes that echo home lines. So the difference between this one and that first bad image is you see how with this right-angled house, all of a sudden we do have beds that are on those right angles. And what are they? They are defined. It's very obvious where the walkway is, where the beds start, everything is clean and professional. So this is the difference when you have beds that follow the architecture. The next one would be simple, confident curves versus those wiggly in and out curves. It's a more gradual, very soothing, easy curve. And you notice when these curves come out, they are intentional. So this one pops out so that this tree has enough space. There's a focal point. And you see over here, this is a Crimson Queen Japanese maple. You can tell this bed comes out and around here for another focal point. All of this is clean, smooth, and intentional. The next one is define edges that create separation. So when you're using multiple materials in a landscape design, you got gravel here, mulch here, there's a patio back here. This is actually someone who found us through YouTube a couple of years ago. We installed this in Illinois. It's a beautiful project. I'll see if I can find the video and put that up there. But what I love is that we kept all of these materials separate by putting in edging that separates the different zones. Everything is clean, separated. It's very intentional because good edges make the shapes crisp, okay? This is where beds instantly look more professional and clean lines create clarity. All right, let's get into the next one. We got bed shapes that support walkways and entry flow. So there's a driveway here. They were having trouble getting out of their cars and just stepping into grass. So we brought this walkway down, expanded it out. Now you can step out comfortably and then walk around. Also have a walkway to the front. But what this clearly shows is how these beds are purposeful for entry to the house, but then they are supported by all of these really nice shapes going around for plantings that softens everything. So when you have beds that reinforce a path, it just makes things pop a lot more. It's really cool. I love that one. And then finally, we've got shapes that group plants into cohesive zones. So we're talking about actually using space effectively, whereas this is that small backyard with those planters there that I said would be better on the side. Well, this is the actual finished product where we've got zone 1, you've got zone 2, and then you have a transition that goes over to the garage. And with the curves, it actually makes it pop a lot more. And you see how this shape right here kind of mimics this shape over here. And of course, as an aerial view, it's very obvious, but even in person, this really does pop because we are shaping the zones. So now what I want to do is take the bad image of this, show you how this design came to. Let's get into the software and have some fun. Sorry, I jumped the gun a little bit. Before we get into the live design, which you and I are gonna work on together, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I want you to know that like 80% of anything that is off with your backyard, even your front yard, can be fixed with the shapes. The shapes are like the skeleton of the yard. So once you have that on point, the color, the plants, the hardscaping, like anything else, it will flow by just clearly defining spaces and making it look crisp, clean, simple. That is the trick. By the way, if you need help with this, if you just got better things to do, but you want to collaborate, you want that expert opinion, go check out the pinned comment below. I am happy to help you. I've designed all 50 states now, do a lot in St. Louis. We obviously install projects here, and I would love the opportunity to work with you. It'd be a lot of fun. So go check out that pinned comment. Now let's get into the live design where we're going to transform that backyard. We are absolutely going to transform, and we're going to show how you would design this in a way that uses the echo effect and makes a lot of sense. So let's get our points up to start. We've got bed shapes that echo the home's lines, simple, confident curves, define edges that create separation, bed shapes that support pathways, and then finally you got shapes that group plants into cohesive zones. So when you're doing the echo effect, I guess it goes without saying, you're not going to do every single one of these principles, but they also overlap. So 2 or 3, and you pretty much are in there. We're about defining the space, keeping it clean, and making it look professional. So if I was going to design this, which you know by now we have and done the project, and we'll get to that in a second, The problem is these guys floating out here and taking up the yard. It's just, it leaves no room. And you can see that there's only one little opportunity on this patio. Let me zip in here for some furniture. And it looks like there's an HVAC there, and there might be a little room for a fire pit, but it's all squished together where all that furniture is there. Whereas if we had just defined the shapes of the backyard and utilized that, our skeleton, then we would actually have a place where we could hang out. So here's what I would do. First thing is, this patio is too small, and as you can see, it looks like there is grade going up there, a little bit of elevation. So I think it would be a great opportunity to have a patio up here as one destination, and then step down to the main part of the yard for another destination where you could put an outdoor structure. It could be a gazebo, it could be a pergola. It depends on the sunshade effect. I know for a fact, because of this being our client, that they were getting blasted by the sun. So one of the gazebos, and one of the ones, a little pro tip that we love, are at Costco or Sam's Club, even online. There are lots of kits that are available. They're literally like 1/10 of the cost versus if you build a custom structure. So we wire them up, we get all of the electric in place. We obviously put the design together so we know where all that's going to be. We put a ceiling fan on them and we call it a day, and they do absolutely fantastic. But if you want to get into a custom structure, you can go to the next level, which is what they actually did, and you'll get to see what that looks like. But I'm just saying, if you're budgeting, that might be a good option. So you got zone 1, you got zone 2, and then the biggest thing is, how do you soften it so that you've got some landscape beds where we're going to use those curves that we learned about, the shapes, and mimic those shapes, and then have a transition from the garage over to the house. And it doesn't have to be a straight line. This is actually when the shape of those beds, through the echo effect, can shape what that walkway is going to be. So that walkway actually comes through and it starts to wind over to zone 1, and then it goes up to zone 2, or vice versa. So I have the actual design on here. Let me show you what it looked like, and then I'm going to lead you off to another really cool spot. So this is what the final product looks like for the most part. We've got that zone 1, we got zone 2. Here's that walkway transition. As you can see, all the beds have those principles we talked about. Nice sweeping curves versus the jagged in and out. Defining those areas so that you got planting together in those zones. We even got another zone over here with some decorative gravel for a focal point, and that gravel goes along the fence line. So all of this is by design. Always start everything with the design. Don't ever get into a front or a backyard project without talking to a designer, at least a design consultation, if not the full-on design. Those are things we can help you with. Go check out that pinned comment. So here is what this looks like in 3D software. And then let me show you the overhead so you can really see the layout and what these plans actually look like, what you should expect to get from a designer. You're going to have a plant guide. You're going to show where the lighting options are, where the outlets are going to be, talking a little bit about the electric. And then, of course, you've got your measurements and your shapes, so you know where every single aspect of that yard is going to be. Before you hire a designer or a contractor, make sure you have the design so you know what you're paying for. I mean, who wants to get into something where you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars and you have uncertainty? That's not a fun play. So now you can see how all of those principles of the echo effect are emulated right in here. So remember the echo effect when you are taking on a space. It's really about those shapes, and then everything else comes together. And if you can hear a little background noise, that is a squirrel that constantly comes out here and eats my bird feeder. I've called him Nutty the squirrel. Maybe I'll show him in a future video. If you want to see this project in real life, go check out this right here. It's a quick video. I walk through it. I go through a lot of other additional cool design tips. If you're considering an outdoor space, great. And if you want to stay here in the design studio, go check out this video and you're going to learn another design principle. This is Bobby K, saying creation is everything. So go out and create. Check out that pinned comment if you need some help. Thanks, guys.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till